The little boy pointed his hand like a toy gun at a man, who surprisingly played along. The boy laughed happily, until the man suddenly raised his own hand in the same way, instantly scaring the boy stiff. The mother quickly called over a flight attendant, saying someone was scaring her child. The flight attendant smiled gently and said, "Don't be scared. I'm scarier than he is." Then she pulled out a gun from the meal cart and fired 2 quick shots, taking out the police escorts. The man easily removed his handcuffs and made his way straight to the cockpit.
Who's in charge?
I am.
Once again.
You are.
Excellent.
This was all part of the man's meticulously planned escape. Henry was a globally wanted criminal, so ruthless that he would change his face after every job, without anesthesia, just a knife. But this time, the cops were tipped off in advance. Seeing no way out, Henry leapt through a window. He landed safely thanks to a sun umbrella, but in the process knocked over about 200 pedestrians. In the end, he was captured on the spot after crashing into a pile of water buckets. This was the first time Henry had been caught. Not ready to give up, he had his lawyer arrange a new plan during his transfer. One flight attendant was replaced, and several of his men boarded disguised as passengers. Now, the entire plane was under his control, and all passengers were hostages. The boy was so frightened he didn't dare lift his head, but what he didn't know was that among the passengers was David, an aviation security expert who regularly trained flight attendants. This time, real action had come. David inserted a SIM card and hid in the restroom to contact ground control, reporting the hijacking. But one of the hijackers found him. David, however, was no rookie. With swift, fluid moves, he took the hijacker down and gave him a nice toilet rinse, then dragged him out to use as leverage against Henry. David had hoped for a brief standoff, but Henry didn't care about his men. He shot a hostage on the spot, then grabbed another. Left with no choice, David dropped his weapon. But Henry still wanted him dead, shooting his own man to get a clear shot. David used the distraction to escape. He and another flight attendant took shelter in the galley, but the place was crawling with disguised hijackers.